Hello, everybody, and welcome back to ABC Murders. I know I mentioned this last time, but I just wanted to point it out. Our ego points are at 102 out of 600, and we're about 25% of the way through the game. So we're behind schedule, I guess, right? If we're a quarter, because that would only be about, 408 if we multiplied this by 4. So we got to really up our Poirot-iness somehow. How exactly we're going to do that, I'm not totally sure yet. But yeah, let's get into it. That's right. Last time we left off with Beatrice murdered on the Bexhill beach by the bungalow. Do we need to talk to you? What exactly do we need to be doing? Identify the victim. And oh, that's right, because we have the key to bungalow 6, because she doesn't have any of her personal effects on her. This is secretly number 6, even though the thing is upside down. Doing some thinking. I recorded FTL right before this, and oh my god, was I having some problems with reading. Like, I have not had to cut so much out of a video just because I just had to restart the exact same sentence like 4 times in a row. It was terrible.
The number is upside down.
715.
This is definitely at number 6.
This is a terrible way. This is the least secure place to put a combination, is on the thing it's a combination to. Now, maybe that's just my opinion, but... Alright.
A dual locking padlock. I need to find the code and then insert a key.
Ah. Luckily we have that key. 7 1 5 and then Chow. I am very happy to be playing this again, though. Like, ever since we left off last time, all I was thinking about was, man, I want to play more ABC Murders. This game is so much fun. Like, it checks all of the right boxes for me. Okay, we have shoes, we have her purse, we have her jacket, and there's a photo that I'm interested in. Betty. That's a B name I didn't say last time. Betty. Betty's first day at work. Mom is very proud of you. Elizabeth Barnard. Betty Bernard, the Bexhill Beach bungalow murder. We're not going to say it.
First day at work. Mom is very proud of you. Elizabeth Barnard, 7 August 1931. So, the young lady did have a name starting with B, and she worked as a ginger cat, an establishment that must be slightly further along the beach.
For a second, I thought he said she worked as a ginger cat, and I was like, what does that mean? And can I be one? Okay. I'm so used to like looking at things like completely backward that when we looked at it, I turned it around instinctively.
The purse is full. Yet again, we can dismiss theft as the motives for the murder. Here is the watch she must have removed to prevent it from getting wet. A top brand lipstick. She liked to take care of her appearance. As well as a photo of the victim with some company. It could be useful to me.
Yeah, I just instinctively looked at the wrong side of it because I'm so used to Poirot picking things up and looking at the back of them. Okay, I am interested in this, though. A photo found on the beach hut. It's the victim and a young man, a well-suited couple. Get the back. Oh. Do I need to... There's something in particular I'm looking at? It appears not. I'm assuming I'm going to give that to Jop or something.
It definitely was here that the victim left her belongings.
Yeah. All right, Betty Bernard.
Jap has gone to the police. The victim has been identified and her family had reported her disappearance. She was called
Elizabeth Barnard, mainly Betty. She worked as a ginger cat at the cafe slightly further along the beach.
But Poirot, how on earth?
Never mind. Do you have her address?
Yes, she lived with her parents on the street leading to the beach, number 22. Shall we go?
You are far too impatient, Hastings. Let the poor people take in the news first. Let us go and visit the cafe where Betty worked.
Yes. Her coworkers don't need some time to take in the news. They'll be fine, I'm sure. She was a waitress at the Ginger Cat, 23 years old, in Bexhill. Where are my feet? That's the mystery I want to solve. Hastings? Oh, okay, they're back. I'm going there.
Could it be the same buildings as on the victim's photo?
Could it be? The Ginger Cat restaurant? I mean, there's the sign right here, and Hastings is standing there, so I assume it's the right one. Cupola.
This is definitely where the photo I found in the hut was taken.
Yes, quite. Can we go over there, please, Poirot?
This is definitely
Yeah,
where
I know.
the photo I found in the hut was taken.
Get your ass over there then, bud. I can't move with, like, the arrow keys, can I? No. I don't know how to get over here.
This is definitely where the photo I found in the hut was taken.
What? Go to the Ginger Cat. You have no idea how much I'd love to, game. Oh, I see. Gentlemen walk on the sidewalk. That's fair. That was rude of me. Hastings? Please, get on the sidewalk, Hastings. You look like a fool.
With all these tourists, these shops must be thriving.
I thought I was looking at that seagull, but sure. I'm gonna look at you, Hastings. Look at how on the street you are.
Hastings appears to be ill at ease. He appeared to be relatively indifferent to Mrs. Asher's murder, but a young woman's murder seems to be troubling him greatly.
Interesting. Toughen up, Arthur. People die all the time. We're detectives.
I'll be with you in a minute, gentlemen.
Well, I'm a detective. I don't know what you are. Yeah, you might be a detective too. Maybe I'll ask.
A delightful cafe. So this is where Betty worked.
Yes, indeed. Let us find someone to talk to.
I mean, she said she'd be with us in a moment, so it'd probably be rude to immediately then talk to her.
Something tells me that she's the owner of the Ginger Cat.
What tells me... Oh, okay. I didn't even... Strict appearance. She's wearing a cross. She's got glasses. She's a nerd. Nerds own businesses. I thought I found something there. Oh, your hair? Is it because you have red hair? Yeah. And you're working the cash register? Yep. What can I tell you? My detective sense is
This
keen.
woman must be the owner of the Ginger Cat. It looks like something is bothering her.
How can I help you?
A hot chocolate and a tea for my friend, please.
I'll bring it straight away.
I love that we drink hot chocolate. That's awesome. Information added in Poirot's notebook. She's the owner of the Ginger Cat. She doesn't know very much about her employees' private... How in the world do we know that? Poirot, you heard something that I didn't hear, apparently. Let's snoop.
I need to know the time range during which Betty was working on her own.
It's always better to snoop to find answers rather than ask very straightforward things, even if you're working with the police.
These are the different waiting staff's bills. Which ones were written by Betty?
Which ones were written by... Can I zoom in? There we go. Which ones were written by Betty? We don't have her handwriting. Her handwriting was on the other picture. That's not what I wanted to do. I feel like it wasn't her handwriting cursive. So like, was it this one?
I should consult the...
Oh, I should consult. Of course, I should. Of course. What's it? What am I doing? Get out of here. Oh, wait, no, like this kind of register? Millie was working from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Betty was 11 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. 11 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. The kind of wispy cursive handwriting. Hour 5. Okay. Not this one. It's not wispy enough. 11 a.m. to 7:30. So this one is one.
I should consult
What?
the...
Excuse me? Poirot, keep up with me, man. You're the detective.
This page won't help me.
I know.
Where is Betty?
Can you find where Betty is?
Betty worked from 11 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Would she have been alone at any time during her service?
Yes.
Betty worked from 11 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Would she have been alone at any time during her service?
From 5 until 7:30, Poirot. How do you want me to tell you that?
Interesting. Betty was alone between 5 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Who did she serve?
Whom did she serve? I'm grumpy. I can tell that I'm grumpy because I'm angry at Poirot. Okay, from 5 until 7:30, this person. From 5 until 7:30. I would assume... Okay, these could be... Yeah, these are the same handwriting. Look at the 2s. So, you...
This bill may have been written by Betty. There is probably another one.
I agree.
Most probably a family. No, something's not right. Betty was alone at just one of these 2 times.
Well, if the other person left at 5, all right, I understand what you're saying, though. Just this one.
Most probably a family. This bill may have been written by Betty. There is probably another one.
What? 6:30. 7:20.
Most probably a single man. A whiskey lover. Maybe the murderer?
I've also been punching my pop filter
Betty
and
served
microphone a
family
lot today.
And a man on his own. A whiskey drinker. Maybe the murderer. This information will help me to progress.
Been a long day. Work was long.
What? Gentlemen, what are you doing?
Forgot how to read.
We are searching for clues, mademoiselle. My name is Hercule Poirot. I am a detective, and this is Captain Hastings. Does Betty Barnard work here?
That is correct. She should have been here a while ago. Punctuality is the first rule of politeness.
Is being dead the second
I fear
rule?
that Miss Barnard will not be coming today. She has just been found, dead, on the beach a few hundred meters from the cafe.
How awful. Poor young thing. What happened?
She was late and her boss killed her.
She appears to have been murdered.
This is most distressing. How this will affect my business, I shudder to think.
Yeah, you're that type of person, huh? I gotcha. Also, where's my hot chocolate? Where's my friend's tea? Where'd you go? What were you doing? Okay, say that on the contrary, it is an advert for the town. Yeah, I don't think... I mean, like, for detectives, maybe. If she's really into true crime, she strikes me as like a true crime fan, so maybe she'd be into that. You know, getting a bunch of detectives in. Ask what do you know about Betty?
What can you tell us about Miss Barnard?
Nothing, absolutely nothing. Miss Barnard was my employee. Her private life was none of my business.
You did know at least that she had a young man.
Indeed.
Oh. You did know. Interesting. Ask if her gentleman friend might have attacked her. Ask if the man in the photo is her gentleman friend.
This photo was found. Is this him?
Yes, that's him all right. But I haven't seen him for some time.
She probably wouldn't know if it was going well, or she'd say that she doesn't know because it's not her business. Young people haven't... Yeah, you'd love that.
I find young people today very hard to understand.
You needn't tell me that. A few weeks ago, they argued just outside the cafe. Imagine what my customers must have thought.
Yeah.
I hope for you that it was an isolated incident. It must be difficult to keep a respectable establishment if your staff show themselves to be so shameless.
The young man only made a scene the once. Jealousy, no doubt. It must be said the young girl was very pretty.
Thank you for your time, Mademoiselle Marion. You have been of great help.
The jealous boyfriend, of course. Of course.
The customer who ordered the whiskey might provide us more information. He may have been the last one to see Betty alive.
It is an interesting idea, Hastings. Maybe he is a regular guest. What do you think, mademoiselle?
I don't think so. Our regular guests tend to order tea and cakes. At this time of the year, there are a lot of tourists about you never see again.
That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Time to visit Betty's home.
Yeah, our ABC murder fiend is unlikely to be, like, picking his victims from the pool of waitresses at his favorite tea and cake shop. Just wanted to look around here.
This is a well-laid table. Nothing is out of place, and above all, no creases.
Oh, creases. Ooh. I just
What
like...
a pity. I don't have any chance to make it work.
Dang it. I was going to play What's New Pussycat a bunch of times in a row. You're lucky today. Can I talk to you again?
I have nothing to add on the subject of Miss Bernard. Please convey my condolences to her family.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure. Yeah, right. Go to Betty's house at number 22 on the High Street. Let's go, Hastings. Please be sure to keep off of the street. Hastings, please. Please, you're embarrassing me. Get on the sidewalk. Oh, we're going so slow. Let's just go. We'll beat him there. Let's go, Poirot. Overdrive engaged. Wait. Can I look at this paper? Is this Hastings' knees? Yeah.
Appears to be ill-tea.
I don't think we can look at the paper.
How do you do, mademoiselle? My name is Hercule Poirot.
I know you. You're that detective we hear all about.
I do not know if that is a compliment, but I will take it as one for now. You are Betty's sister, I believe?
Yes. My name is Megan.
Can we come in?
Please do.
Megan does not seem very perturbed. Oh,
Parents are at the police station. I doubt they'll be up to speaking to you later.
is that weird
Do
shadow?
not worry, we will not bother them.
Did you know your sister's plans for yesterday evening?
No. I arrived by train this morning. My parents called me in a panic when they discovered that Betty had disappeared. She went out last night, but she didn't tell them where she was going.
What was your last conversation about?
Her new dress. She wanted a pair of black stockings to go with it. Mother brought her a pair the very day it happened. She was crying. And to think that Betty never even wore them. Poor Mummy.
Poor Mummy. Not Betty? Poor the person who bought her a gift she won't use? Well, that's not fair. Obviously, Mother would be very upset. Question Megan Bernard. Bonded. 28 years old, sister of the late Betty Bernard.
This gramophone is magnificent. It is a one-off, without a doubt.
Interesting. This is a very wealthy family, clearly. Oh, gotta get my Poirot points. Check out that hair. Ooh, you're not quite in the reflection. Mirrors don't work off axis like that. Anything else I want to look at? I don't think so.
What is she feeling at the moment?
She's feeling upset. She has running makeup. Oh. Is this running makeup or is this just weird shadow? She feels...
Betty's older sister is not just sad. She's angry.
Interesting. What were you looking at there, Megan? Ask if Betty used to go out a lot. Let's ask this.
Did Betty go out often?
My sister wasn't a child, sir. She used to go out. She enjoyed films, dancing. She was a very good girl who didn't hang around with men. That's what they always say, no?
What? That's what they always say? Can you tell me what you would say?
I am not interested in what people say.
Yeah.
I am interested in the truth, Mademoiselle Barnard. If you only knew how much I would like to talk with someone who does not know that your sister is dead and who could provide me with a true portrait of her beyond the formalities.
The truth is that my sister was a silly little fool.
All right, you did it.
I tried to reason with her, but she behaved like an idiot.
Booker.
In what way?
She used to say that if she was going to marry Don, she might as well have some fun now.
I understand. Please continue.
Oh, excuse me, I have to answer that.
But of course.
Betty's room is opposite the stairs on the first floor. Feel free to take a look if you think it might be useful.
Will do.
This young woman is far too clever not to have anything else for us.
Do you think she's hiding something?
That is what I'm trying to find out.
Surely you don't think she did it?
Well,
I did not say anything of the sort. But young women always ruin your judgment, Hastings. Who knows, maybe Megan was jealous of her attractive young sister.
I see. She may have had her sights on the inheritance. Or maybe she was in love with Donald Fraser.
We have to study all scenarios, even the most unlikely. But I doubt that Mr. and Mrs. Barnard are rich enough to justify murder. While I try and get Miss Barnard to talk, I would like you to try and find Donald Fraser. It should be easy to find the estate agents where he works. Bring him to the Ginger Cat. I would like to talk with him before the chief inspector finds him.
yeah, I also don't think Megan is the ABC killer. Because although, I mean, it's not... No, it's yeah, because there was the ABC guide there. I was going to say, we're not sure it was this one, but it is, because the calling card was there. But yeah, I don't actually think Megan did it. She was killed? Oh, this is... What? Why are we in Alice Archer? Jealous of her sister's beauty. We're not sure about that either, but okay. He said she said up the stairs and something? To the left or something? Oh, she was a podcaster.
Looking at all the clothes she took out, Betty must have had a problem deciding what to wear. Maybe she had a date?
Okay.
A box of new stockings.
Ah, that she never got to wear. How tragic.
It looks like Betty has a very busy life.
Okay. The Blue Lobster. Menu for a stylish restaurant. Cordially invite. Invitation for a dance. Request the pleasure of your company at a dance to celebrate their 25th wedding anniversary.
Betty liked luxury and going out, and being as pretty as she was, she probably did not have any problem getting herself invited.
True, but I guess, are these mementos, or is this like evidence that she was trying to decide which of these things she wanted to do? You know? Because like if you're
She liked
going...
luxury and going out, and being as pretty as she was, she probably did not have any problem getting herself invited.
Because if you're going to the cinema, right, you're not going to leave the ticket at home. She would have had that with her. Probably the case for an invitation too, and I don't understand why she would have a menu. So maybe these are keepsakes or something.
It looks like Betty was also a music lover, the same as her family.
Metronome, a microphone, podcasting, true crime, and music. Detective mode
Without a
engaged.
doubt, Betty used to sing.
All right, let's check my hair. Oh yeah, that's my mustache, I guess. Just had a computer blip.
Betty liked luxury and going
Oh,
out.
I can't even skip
Being
this
as pretty
one.
as she was,
I keep clicking
she
it.
probably did not have any problem getting herself invited.
I know. Okay. Oh, she has laudanum too. Maybe. Is this laudanum?
Medicine to prevent voice loss.
Never mind.
Did Betty have problems with her voice?
Is she a smoker? Does she attend a tobacco
This
shop?
small key should be useful to me.
Yoink.
I've
Look in
finished
here.
with this subject.
Okay. Thought maybe we'd be able to take a look at... We couldn't open the drawer, could we? No. Look at this photograph.
Something on this
Oh.
clock bothers me.
Is it this?
Strange. A sheet of paper is blocked in the clock.
Locked in the clock.
What a strange mechanism. I don't think it serves to turn the hands. The cogs are blocked by these wooden panels.
Yeah, can I move? Oh. The heck?
The cogs are blocked by...
Okay, move.
The cogs are
Yeah, sure.
The cogs are blocked.
Okay. I don't think we have the combination.
The cogs are
I
blocked.
know, chill out. Just trying to see what I can move and what I can't move. Do any of these make a noise? I think so. Let's back off that. This.
Ah, something clicked on the front of the clock.
This. More puzzle boxes. Just like the other house had puzzle boxes.
This could be useful.
B. Oh, thank God that's done.
Betty, I
That's
enjoyed
frustrating.
a wonderful evening in your company, and I hope that we will see each other again very soon. D. My dearest Betty, I know that your art is already spoken for, but you are the most beautiful dancer I have ever had the pleasure of meeting, and I am impatient to see you again. Adrian.
Yeah, I was so tempted to look up that puzzle solution. I was, oh God, that took me so long. That took me so long. Anyway, all right. This is going to be a little bit of a longer episode just because I feel like it's going to work out better for future episodes if we're doing like one of these mini cases, because it seems like there's going to be 4 of them. So we'll keep going for now. Maybe if we get to a point where we return to the Poirot's apartment/office, we'll probably call it there, but we'll keep going for now. I did notice with those two letters that it seemed like each one...
A record sleeve.
You want to grab it?
A record sleeve with
Okay. Each one seemed to be written obviously by a different person because they were signed differently. But didn't the two handwritings like match the name or match the handwriting on the bells from the ginger cat earlier? We assume D is probably Donald as well. All right. Let's chuck this key in there.
Let's see. What is this cupboard hiding?
Okay, full rest, half rest, quarter rest, eighth rest, 16th rest. I don't think I've ever seen a 30-second rest. I've never seen this. I used to play music. We're 4/4 time. 4 is 2 plus 2 is 1 plus 1 plus 1. Oh, this is just kind of teaching you how to count rests, I guess. Okay. Do I have to take this?
This looks like solfège.
Solfège. What that is. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a 16th rest before. No, I must have. I must have, and I'm just forgetting. But weird. Oh.
I cannot open it. It looks...
Yeah, there probably is. Poor
That doesn't work. I must have forgotten a step.
Okay.
That doesn't work.
Okay.
I must have forgotten a step.
Thank you. Oh, I pick up the needle. Hello?
It looks like something goes in here.
Okay. What about this? What is this? And then what about this? D. Oh, that's a handle. Okay.
There is bound to be a clue somewhere.
Half equals quarter is wrong. So if we're saying... Oh, it has to be a quarter rest, so... Are all these the same? Okay. So a quarter rest is equal to 2 30-second rests? No, 2 16th rests. Plus... Did I get that wrong? Is it actually, no, it's 2 of these. 1 of these. Yeah.
I heard the sound of a mechanism being triggered.
2 16th rests and an 8 rest. Ooh, I don't know what to do with yet. And look at this. 7/8T. Betty. Green for some reason. Yeah, 7/8T. See anything else? Oh, these are zeros, not O's. 7, 8, T.
I just have to put the record on the gramophone and start it.
What an annoying amount of things to do if you just want to listen to music. That's not what I meant to do. It's like, I get having like puzzle boxes, but this puzzle box doesn't even open anything. It's just like inconvenient.
That doesn't work.
Oh my
I
goodness.
must have forgotten a step.
I lift this up. You want me to lift? No. You want me to press this? No.
That doesn't work.
I don't actually know how record players work. Or gramophones, I guess. I know how a record player works. I don't know how a
It
gramophone
looks like
works.
some...
Yeah, I wind you, I guess? Do I put the record on first? I don't know. Okay. Then I pick up... I'd love to pick up the needle. I know I need to do that. Press... No.
That doesn't
Yeah,
work.
okay, great. Thanks, Poirot. You're a very helpful person. Unless the needle's already in the picked up state. I need to like slide it. that how you work? Do you slide? No? You lift? I can't just do this, can I?
That doesn't work.
No? Okay. What's the deal with this? Can I flick this up? Oh, of course. Now I press. Nope, now I do this. Now I press this.
Oh, Donald. We're in the middle of recording.
Sorry, Betty, but it's not wise. The doctor said you should rest your voice.
You're such a killjoy sometimes.
Betty was such a good singer.
It's true.
Oh god.
Did she have any problem with her throat?
Yes, she had to be careful with her voice. Of course, she didn't follow the doctor's advice. If Don didn't insist, she... Well, it's too late for all that now.
Yeah. Okay, so Don didn't want her to sing because she was supposed to be resting her voice. Continue questioning Megan. Okay. What was the other name? Like Adrian or something?
It looks like this woman is single, but she has feelings for someone.
Is it Donald? Betty and Donald. Longing stare. Eyes brimming with tears. Oh. Heavy breathing. No wedding ring.
She is looking so intensely at this photo. But is it really a sister that she's studying in this manner? They made the perfect couple, am I correct?
Yes, in a way. She was pretty and he...
Well?
He's a bright man, with a promising career ahead of him. He would have made Betty a good husband. He was always attentive and generous. Oh, a true gentleman.
I hear a note of envy in your voice.
You must have heard wrong.
If Donald was in love, ask if Donald was in love with Betty. Ask if Donald was jealous. We know he was jealous because the owner of the ginger cat said so. But if he wasn't the jealous type and it was actually the other person, because we never established that the person in the picture that we have is Donald. We just know that that's the person she was talking about seeing at work.
Donald appeared to be very much in love with your sister.
Yes, he was mad about her.
Mad, you say? Being madly in love can often be destructive, and Mr. Fraser was known for being jealous, I believe.
No more than average. Men are always slightly possessive, especially when they are with a pretty woman.
Oh. She does. I don't think she's lying. She might not be saying all that she knows.
I am not your enemy, Mademoiselle Bernard.
And you are not my friend either, Mr. Poirot, sir.
Yes, but your lies are not helping Mr. Fraser, or you for that matter.
Inform her that the case is complex, or ask why she is protecting. Yeah, why are you protecting him?
I know that Fraser was jealous, but I wonder why you feel the need to protect him.
Protect him? I hope you're not suggesting...
That you are Fraser's accomplice? There is nothing to suggest that, at least not yet. It would appear that your sister's murder is the second in a series that we have to stop as quickly as possible. The first was in Andover, and the same as your sister, the murderer sent me a letter informing me that a crime would be committed in that town.
We should not
Now
be
can I
telling you
count on
this.
your honesty?
Yes, you have my confidence, Mr. Poirot. Don is a quiet and sensitive young man. Slightly reserved, too. And as is often the case with reserved people, when he flew into a temper, he completely lost control. He could be so violent. Betty was frightened.
And when was this?
The first time was about a year ago. but they rowed more recently.
God.
Donald found out that Betty had lied to him. She said she was going out with a girlfriend, but she went out for dinner with a married man. It was an awful scene. She told him that until they were married, she was free to go with whoever she pleased. Donald turned quite pale and started shaking and kept saying one day.
Well?
He'd commit murder.
Wow. If Donald would really have killed Betty. Ask if she fears that Donald. Are you afraid that we suspect Donald?
So you were afraid that he would become our main suspect. I know that Fraser was jealous, but I wonder why you feel the need to protect him.
Exactly. Had you not told me about the case, I would never have dared to tell you about this little matter. Don loved Betty with all his heart. I can't imagine for one instant that he would hurt her.
Very good, Mademoiselle Barnard. Thank you for your help.
Fraser is at the Ginger Cat. The police haven't spoken to him, but they want to.
Très bien, Hastings. Let's see him now. Au revoir, mademoiselle. My deepest condolences to your parents.
Of course, Mr. Poirot. And don't be too hard on Don. He's more fragile than he looks.
If you say so. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
This is all very interesting. Because it's true. This person was clearly murdered by the ABC killer. But the only piece of evidence that suggests that is the presence of the ABC guides, right? And, well, no, the fact that he's able to predict that their names will fit the pattern. I was going to say, what if he's just placing these guides at murders that he either suspects are going to happen or knows are going to happen? Yeah, I don't know. It's all very weird because there do seem to be strong suspects in this, unless we're about to find out that Donald had some sort of crazy alibi. But I don't know. But back to what we're doing. What had Betty planned to do with her evening? She used to go out a great deal. She had planned to see someone. She was seeing other men. No, I lied. Cinema ticket. Betty had probably planned to meet someone. Betty used to go out a great deal. Oh, maybe not this one, and maybe it's this one? Yeah. Betty lied to Donald because she had a date with another man. Did Betty know her assailant? She was taken by surprise. That's not helpful. Has marks on her neck. There are a lot of visitors at this time of year. An unaccompanied guest came to... Yeah. No. I lied. This one. No? Is it just that she was taken by surprise because she didn't fight back? The man seduced Betty before taking her to the beach, where he strangled her.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
What is Megan Bernard's behavior hiding? Okay. No? Alright, so Betty was pretty. Not helpful. Betty was seeing other men as well as Donald. Megan kept looking at the photo of Donald and Betty. Megan really liked Donald. Megan has a soft spot for Donald, yes. Did Megan Bernard have a motive for killing her sister? She would be the sole heir, sure, but I mean, they don't really have that much money to begin with, so meh. She is intelligent. She was seeing other men. She was a good singer. Megan loved her sister. Awkward, okay. Did Megan have a motive for killing her sister? Yes, she likes her fiance. Megan was jealous of Betty. Yeah. Okay. She was very fond of her sister, although she did not approve of how she behaved toward Donald Fraser. Okay. Did Donald have a motive? Okay, so we need to go talk to Donald. Question Donald Fraser. Off we go, Hastings.
You've seen Fraser, Hastings. What is your feeling?
He's a big chap. Fragile isn't exactly the word that springs to mind. I talked to his landlady before seeing him. She went to bed at 11. Fraser wasn't home yet.
Bien. Megan Barnard said he is a reserved character but with a nasty temper. We will see if this is the case.
Indeed we will. He's back at the ginger cat, right? Oh god, don't look at it again. Okay. Sidewalk is safe. Alright. What's up, Donald? Oops. You're not that large.
How do you do, Mr. Fraser?
You're Hercule Poirot. Mr. Hastings said you wanted to speak to me.
Yes. I know that it may not be at the right time, but I would like to ask you a few questions.
Oh, you've got the whole bottle, huh? Good.
This man looks suspicious.
His thumb appears to be broken. What's up with that, bud? I mean, he's clearly intoxicated, because, like, he's presumably drank most of this bottle. White Horse whiskey.
Leave me alone.
I'm questioning you. Shut up. What did you want me to zoom in on there? Crumpled clothes. Dark bags under his eyes. His thumb
Donald
is really messed
Fraser
up.
is in a terrible state, as if he hadn't slept all night. And he's drinking White Horse.
Is that worse than drinking other
Leave
stuff?
me alone.
No, stop saying that. We're here to question you, and you know that.
Tell me that it's a mistake. That Betty isn't dead.
Sadly, your lady friend has been murdered, Mr. Fraser.
Oh, Betty, if only you'd listened.
That's ominous. Don't say shit like that. Ask if he saw Betty yesterday afternoon. Say that Betty only ever did as she pleased. Ask what would have happened if she'd listened to him. So we know he has a temper and that he gets violent, so we probably don't want to, unless we want to evoke that sort of reaction out of him to sort of be like, look, see, you're clearly a violent person. But also, we don't think he did it, right? Unless he's doing all of the ABC murders. Ask if he saw Betty yesterday afternoon.
Did you visit Betty yesterday afternoon?
No, I haven't seen Betty for 2 days. I was at the office yesterday afternoon.
Can you prove that?
Of course. But why this question? Betty died yesterday evening, didn't she?
Tell him that he's a suspect or ask if he likes White Horse whiskey.
Yesterday, a guest came to the Ginger Cat alone and ordered a White Horse whiskey, and by the look of it, you also appear to be fond of this brand.
Yes, it's a good whiskey and not cheap. I only drink it on special occasions. Or tragic ones.
I understand. Do you know what Betty's plans were yesterday evening?
She said she was having dinner with her sister.
Ask why he believed her or specify that her sister was not, Or specify that her sister was in London.
Yet, Megan only returned to Bexhill this morning, Mr. Fraser.
I didn't know.
Right. May I ask you what you were doing yesterday evening?
I spent the evening working.
You work a lot,
Your
huh?
colleagues can confirm this?
No, I often take work home with me.
No alibi. You're lucky Jop isn't here. He'd arrest you on the spot. Point out that he doesn't have an alibi. Accuse him of lying. Just like Betty. That's hilarious. I don't know. Do we get a little aggressive?
You are lying, Mr. Fraser. As was Betty when she hid the fact from you that she was seeing other men.
Betty was a very decent young woman. How dare you sully her memory?
Inform her that there's a killer. Inform him that there's a killer to find. Apologize for having been abrupt. There's a killer to find.
I am not interested in memories of her, Mr. Fraser. I am looking for a killer, and I need you to be my closest ally. That is, unless you have something to hide.
Of course I don't.
Très bien. So, what were we saying? Where were you yesterday evening?
I looked everywhere for her, but in vain. When she said she was going to have dinner with her sister on a weekday, I thought it was strange. I tried not to think about it, but I was like a lion in a cage. I was convinced she was lying. So I went round all the restaurants in the town. When I didn't find her, I went to the next town.
Jeez.
But nothing. I must have got home about midnight or 1 o'clock.
Did anybody see you?
I don't think so. I didn't talk to anybody. I was so furious.
Dude, you need to chill out.
Ah, I knew I'd find you here, Poirot. I thought the victim's young man was here.
Yes, he's all yours, Chief Inspector.
He doesn't have an
Let's
alibi.
now try and get our brain cells to work.
Hope you got your cuffs ready. Did Donald have a motive for Betty's murder? Yeah, he's jealous. Betty used to go out a great deal. The two murders? No. Donald does not have an alibi. That doesn't give motive, though. That's opportunity. Donald was very much in love with Betty. And Betty used to go out a great deal. Yeah, there we go. Donald was a violent man. Betty used to go out a great deal. Donald had a motive for killing Betty. Jealousy. Does Donald have an alibi? Donald does not have an alibi. Donald may have been at the beach and have killed Betty. May have killed Betty. Motive for all of the murders? Yeah. Donald may have killed Betty, but he does not have a motive for Mrs. Asher's murder. Back to...
Hastings is bound to tell me what he thinks about Fraser later on. Now is not the right time.
I see. Alright, well, what are we up to? Return to the crime scene. Some notes about the fiancé. Oh. This is a much...
Fraser doesn't have an alibi and he's extremely jealous.
You are very skilled at summing up.
And yet you haven't asked Jap to arrest him.
It is too soon. But I agree, without the letters announcing the crimes, Fraser would already be behind bars. Bon, I think we have enough elements. Let's reconstruct the events at the scene of the crime.
I can't imagine how the murderer wasn't seen, though. Surely she must have struggled.
Let us try and imagine the scene.
Okay. Alright, recreating the scene, right? Reconstruction.
The killer and the victim are walking on the beach. Miss Betty has a bag, a belt around her waist, and carries her shoes in her hand. Both of them walk slowly to hut number 5.
They keep going.
Both of them walk slowly to hut number 6.
And Betty changes.
Miss Betty enters the hut. She leaves without her belongings. Then she hides a code.
Remove the belt, I guess?
The killer tries to remove his victim's belt. She panics and tries to stop him.
No.
She runs away, pursued by her assailant.
No, there is no sign of a chase.
Yeah, no.
Things must have happened differently.
I thought he was going
Let
to try
us
to do it
think
in
again,
like
mon
a
cher.
smooth, like, hey, kind of way. But no.
The killer and the victim are walking on the beach. Miss Betty has a bag, a belt around her waist, and carries her shoes in her hand. Both of them walk slowly to hut number 5.
Then they advance to 6.
Both of them walk slowly to hut number 6.
Where Betty changes.
Miss Betty enters the hut. She leaves without her belongings. Then she hides a code.
I guess they continue.
They keep walking. Then she removes her belt.
The murderer moves behind her and then attacks her by surprise. The body falls, lifeless, on the sand.
Everything appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened.
Interesting.
Without the ABC, we might have suspected Mr. Asher and Mr. Fraser. But by timing his crimes, the murderer is making sure he's accused. In a way, it is very generous of him.
Generous? The murderer seduced Betty in order to lure her to the beach and kill her.
Indeed, the young woman was certainly careless, but not stupid enough to follow a stranger.
What are you planning to do, Poirot?
Return to London, mon cher Hastings.
Interesting. Poirot doesn't seem to really help solve cases very often. I'm wondering why the police keep letting him show up. Okay, back to London. Let's go, Hastings. We need to go wait for another murder to happen.
Right, back to London. There is nothing more for us to do here.
Japp has decided to reveal details to the press. The alphabet murder is now famous.
It is not a bad idea. The more people who know, the greater our chances of finding out something of interest.
Poirot, I have a bad feeling.
Stand directly on top of it.
Poor Mr. Poirot, not so good at these little criminal matters as you thought yourself, are you? Rather past your prime, perhaps. Let us see if you can do any better this time. This time, it's an easy one. Churston on the 30th. Do try and do something about it. It's a bit dull having it all my own way, you know. Good hunting. Ever yours, ABC.
Very cocky.
Good hunting. Did you hear that, Poirot? The murderer seems to be taking it all as a game, a challenge. He will strike on 30th in Churston. We must warn Scotland Yard.
Oh. Specify that it is the 30th today. Ask what the date is. Oh, yeah, it's literally right there. It is the 30th today.
No time to lose. We must prepare our suitcases for Churston.
Mon Dieu, it is already 10 o'clock. I will call Scotland Yard immediately.
Congratulations, you have won the trophy. I need to... Where's our phone? We have a phone, right? Please. We're in a hurry here. Actually, you know what? We'll do this call in the next episode. It's about that time. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time.